Oh no.
Oh no. We live.
Oh no. We're live.
We live.
Live.
Live. We live.
Love.
We live.
We live.
We live. Oh, I have
It's
to
not
turn.
live for me.
I have to turn on. I have to turn on. I have to turn on the fucking pad. My tablet, because now it's actually wireless. So I have to turn it on now. It turns off itself and I don't use it for a certain amount of time.
Oh, same.
What the fuck, man? Keep your balls out of this.
Never.
This is non-ball territory, okay?
Developer polls. Do I show the skins off in the announcement? I guess I do.
Yeah,
that makes
just
sense.
do that. No harm done for that. Come on. Just do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Let's put it 2. Goes here. Button 1. Goes here.
Oh, hello, Seafly. How are you doing? Is this the low poly?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. I was.
What the fuck do you mean? Thank God. This is low poly. Look, hold on. Let me get the wireframe. Where's my fucking wireframe view?
No, it's just that for a second I was like, oh God, imagine if we did that announcement and then it turned out that you forgot that you didn't make a low poly.
No, I didn't make this. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Bruce. Hello, American Caesar. Hello, Golden Dragoness. How's everyone doing?
There we go. Okay, now I can see what I'm doing, more or less.
Meow, says Emo. As we all know, that Emo is not actually an emo. It's a cat girl.
Oh,
Emo. She does that all the time.
No, fuck off.
Oracle Grouse says, I said hello. Oracle Grouse says, really good low poly. Good. Very excited, says Bruce. Nathan, I'm doing well, thank you. Ek, are you able to get both skins on the screen?
I don't wanna.
Get them on the screen.
I have to figure out how. Hold on.
Just
I have to edit.
No.
How do I edit? I add a thing and I.
Could you add it to 2 planes and just add it?
No, because it's
All
a substance.
Emo,
I cannot add anything.
Hello, Emo Objuice. How are you doing today? It's lovely that you're attending this. And Ek totally agrees.
I absolutely. Sorry, the stream's broken. This is what happens when I try to. So, hold on, don't fret, guys. I know it's black. It's my bad.
Stop black. I'm still seeing the Dustrius.
No. I accidentally deleted the fucking thing. I have to capture a specific window. The window is subject.
Oh, now it's black.
Nope, this one's broken too. Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. Display capture? No, it's not a display.
Sorry. Panic.
It's window. Yeah, okay. Sorry. It's back. It's back, guys. I'm sorry, guys. This is why you don't tell me to add shit. I don't know how to add shit. I can only break things. It's back. Don't worry. It's back. Don't worry. Give it a moment, guys.
Can I have some cold juice? Some juice. Oh, some water then, please. Some water.
Yeah, 3 minutes is all Clack needs and he's done. Ha!
We all know that that's not true. It's too long.
Motherfucker, shut the fuck up.
Today was an hour and a half.
Yo, don't let stream know that shit, man. What happened to the professional shit? Come on. Yeah, I'm using OBS. Yeah, OBS is not my
There's
thing.
an update for Helldivers board game. What is updated?
But yeah, I cannot show the skins because I am dumb and I do not dare to add things and I do not dare to remove things because it only semi works on my PC. This fucking OBS.
Well, we've added the Illuminators. Okay, fine.
Where is
I backed the Helldivers 2 board game that came out a while ago. And there's a lot of models, and I just kind of want the models over the game itself.
Right. So but back to the images we had to show.
Sorry.
They are on the Discord announcements, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Please go there. Please go there.
Okay, I will start a poll in the chat.
Going to the announcements.
Wait,
That's why it is. Okay. Thank you.
Orchid. Or I'm not spelling out mountain. I'm just going to do Aurora. Start poll. Guys, get on the poll.
You need to know what you're voting for, so go into the announcements and look there, because I am dumb and I do not know how to add things on OBS.
Well, that's why I said, why don't you just add the images to a plane?
I can't, because this is Substance Paint and not fucking Blender.
No, why can't you do it?
Because you cannot add shit on Substance Painter, you fucking idiot.
Can you paint on the image onto the...
I technically could, but that's too much fucking work.
It's 50-50.
No, fuck off. There's no 50-50 in this fucking live stream.
I
am not stopping until it's fucking more than 50 or less than 50.
Well, it's 45-55 at the moment.
Yeah, well, we let people vote. Come on, vote.
Right, there are 16 people watching and only... Oh, no, it's leaning one way now. Aurora is currently winning at 58% of the votes, and Orchid is at 42% of the votes. I can tell you now that I know for a fact that Emo has voted for the Mountain Aurora because it is the most emo. It seems like the Aurora is winning at 60%.
Hello, Mr.
Yeah, no, they both look great.
Oh, honey wings! Hold on, the poll can run while I'm taking care of this pigeon.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, boy! Oh, boy.
How did I know, I wonder? Oh, it's very close. But I think I know which one's gonna win. The black issues for the obsidian. Yeah, well, that's just an Unreal thing. Not much we can do there. What do you mean I'm loud? The pigeon's loud or I'm loud? Oh, pigeon. Okay. Just keep in mind the stream's delayed when I read the chat, so I don't know how much by, but it seems to be a decent amount. Yes, Wolf, the Dustrius is looking pretty good. It's actually, like, this model's finished a while ago now, probably like a few months back. But we thought, you know, we'd get it out and start working on it. as it's obviously one of the 5 dragons that will be in the alpha. Thank you. Thank you, woman. Oh, you put ice in it. Oh, thank you. It's already all melted. We need to like start mass producing ice in that fridge somehow.
Wienable? There's one if you would like. No. You good? Gotcha. Hello, mister.
Wow, 57:43. Goma, do you want to? Let's play this game. Which one do you think emo chose for us to make? The orchid or the purple one? There we go. Yeah, you are correct. American the base is 10 seconds. Well, we can find that out. Someone say something, and then I will tell you when I can see it in chat.
No, that's not what it works. Write the word pigeon.
Write the word pigeon in chat, and then I'll tell you when I see it, and then you can count how long the stream delay is. No, a something. I'm reading the chat as it comes.
Pick one.
American Caesar says pigeon. Oracle says pigeon. Goth says pigeon. Era says pigeon.
Yeah, I think
Now
that's
we
about
would.
a few seconds delay.
I'm going to end the poll. The Aurora has won.
Right, then we shall start on the Aurora. Stop humping my foot! You already had your time!
Stop telling me.
Like a fucking feral dog. Stop this!
Hello, Nika.
You just left a fucking feather on me! A bird leaf. I almost called it a bird leaf.
Bird leaf.
That's a feather apparently in my head. Fucking bird
Oh
leaf.
god, the autism is strong today.
Right, Aurora it is. And then we're gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an accent. Accent is like a little fleshy pink. Fleshy pink. That's on the shields only,
Fleshy
I think,
pink.
isn't it? Yeah, it's on the shields and the face only.
Bird leaf.
Bird leaf.
Bird leaf.
But am I wrong though?
I mean...
It's a bird leaf! Oh, hold on, I'm having a food, so I can survive. I need the sugar levels up, else I'll die.
Well, you need your B12 after you'll die.
No! I mean, yeah, I will. But I only take them in the morning and evening. Like, before bed and shit, so...
X needs her meat tablets.
Yeah. Because apparently I have the deficiencies of a vegan.
Oh,
Even
the
though I'm
weakness.
not.
Nika says, Ek, at least he leaves your face alone. Bruno, her Quaker parrot, goes for the face.
Nah, mine goes for hands and feet. Constantly. I have like so many scars on my feet. It's not even funny. Okay, it's a little bit funny. Right, so we have this. 1, 2, 3, 5. We're gonna need a... I'm gonna make this screen small and everybody will freak out. Because it's small screen now.
I'm going to scream the moment it happens.
I'm just stealing colors right now, don't worry about it. If something looks broken, it'll only be broken for a little bit.
Spam has certain preferences.
There we go.
Hey, nothing's changed.
There we go.
Panic.
Yeah, it's back, don't worry.
Panic.
It's back. Don't worry.
Freak out about the small screen. Everyone spam chat with pigeon. My son Conquer is currently shredding
The
my
sun
shirt.
conure. It's not a conquer.
Conure?
It's a type of bird parrot thing. Where the fuck are you? Don't be behind me, you fucking ghost.
You talking about the new pigeon?
Keep going. You go to horny jail.
Lampreys are cool. They are pretty cool. They're kind of cute until you see their mouth, and then they're horrific. But the Aurora one.
Right, bringing out my mouse. Let me put this on. I'm just gonna like really fast just dot in everything so I know more or less the location. It's gonna look like shit, but just trust me on it, okay? So you have like 3 major, 1, 2, 3, 4 actually, which goes like something like that. Right, it does go up the cheek. It goes here somewhere, and then it's like all over up here. And a bit up here. Okay. Then we have it down here. Quick. Then we have it in like stripes, lines.
The pink spreads.
Yeah, I'm just dotting it around. And then I'm gonna come up with fancy brushes and like clean it up. And that goes something like that. There's like crazy stuff here. And some big tail.
Wow, so far I could do exactly what you're doing, but the moment you start doing any detail is the moment you've lost me. These things start off looking like kids' drawings, and then they become art pieces somehow.
Yeah, it's just like a big trust the process moment.
Yeah.
I just need to know where everything is, more or less. Right, so this is like the
Is this one of the static skins or the customizable skins?
I think Aurora is static.
Oh, we probably should have asked that. I'll ask it now.
I mean, everything is in layers anyway, so I can easily make it customizable.
Yeah. I'll ask quickly.
This is some good fucking reasonable. Wow. That's good. Still not as good as it
What are
could
you
be.
eating?
Wienerbrød.
What?
Wienerbrød.
Peanut butter. Oh,
No, wienerbrød.
I don't know what that is.
A Danish.
Ah.
Delicious.
I'm gonna check the news. How much for this pressing?
Oh yeah, Greta Thunberg got fucking captured with the other people in that fucking boat thing.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. Great.
What?
Police have cordoned off a Sefton Park, which is in the UK, after they found organs. Nice.
Organs.
What type of organs? Who's
Yeah, whose organs are we talking about here?
bones were found in the lake? Of course, classic. Lungs, apparently.
What? Just random lungs?
Yeah,
It's
that
like
happens.
it's like somebody's inventory just got emptied.
He had a bucket and was fishing something out the lake. I was told it was bones and lungs.
Multiple lungs? Okay, fair.
Yeah, in the UK, we just have, like crops of organs growing out everywhere. Following the reports, suspected offal had been dumped in the lake. Officers attended it, and it confirmed to be offal. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not as exciting. Probably someone skinned something and then like just threw it in the lake for some reason, or it's just a kid that did that.
It's kid lungs, or what are you saying?
No,
It's
no,
kid's lungs.
kids' lungs. No, it's just from an animal, and then some kids thrown it in the lake, probably. Yeah.
There's a lot of like color splatter.
Emo, they're not your organs. Leave it alone.
It's always looking like shit until I start getting stuff done. Right.
I mean, it's already starting to look like the skin, which is kind of impressive.
Oh, it's just me smacking on colors currently, though.
So, how's everyone's day? What people have been up to? Uh, you're at work. Oh, fair. Just woke up. Oh, right. Yeah. Time zones, they're fun. Having a day off, so we were streaming. Nice. Working, about to get food. Oh, what food you gonna get? We'll judge it. Just rolled out of bed and now have a cat on your lap. Throw the cat. You're getting foe? Foe. Okay. Fair. I have the day off and slept in, been following the project for a few months, and this is the first stream I've been to. Well, welcome to the stream. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. We do intend on doing at least one stream a week. We try and do them on Sundays, but if we're being rushed or maybe something's going on,
Yeah,
we
life
may
gets in the
delay
way.
it. Oh, hello.
Life can get in the way.
Yes, but life can get in the way, so we aim for Sunday, but we may do it on Monday or Tuesday if we have to. Yes.
Right, we're getting somewhere.
W the Orchids game. Yeah. Oh, it's looking pretty good already.
Yeah, it's just it's a lot of stuff, and then I put up here. That goes down there real quick. That goes like that.
Are we going to do a weekly update this week, or are we going to delay it till next week? Because I know we've said we're going to be doing them every 2 weeks. If we wait until Monday... Oh, no, that works out, actually. Yeah, we'll wait until next Monday, I think. Because it'll be the 16th, and then on the 30th we'll do another update. Yeah, okay. Never mind. What do you anticipate will be the hardest dragon to work with? EXO.
Yeah. The bane of my existence.
That's why it's going under a little bit of a...
It's going under a major rework.
Yeah. I think some of the dragons that have been designed were made before we had fully sort of... We weren't as knowledgeable back then as we are now about some of the processes, so some of them are going to get changed slightly, like tweaked. The EXO is definitely the biggest one that will change, but the rest probably going to stay the same. I don't know if there are any others that are a bit... The Luminara is going to get changed slightly, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. The process of making a skin is so fascinating. It's like working on Photoshop. You put each color in a different layer, and then you can change it as you go. Just hope the Aquaros stays relatively similar to its concept. I don't think that one's changing. I think that one's fine. Heck, big the Aquaros.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Remember that the concept has an art style to it, and our in-game art style is a little different.
Yeah, but it's not going to change overall, is it? Not really.
No,
Because
it's fine. No.
it's just a long noodle with like fingers to move.
Yep, it's just a noodle. Okay, we have some base colors going.
What was tricky about the Exo fur/feather cards? No, it's the bones, the structure. Well, that, but also just in general the way that the dragon itself is. It has too many moving components, too large wings. Ed can explain it a bit better.
It's too much. It's too much. What can I say? It's just too much.
Yeah. Era says the walk cycle of the Exo seems like it would be a nightmare to animate. Yeah, exactly. It'll just be such a hassle.
Yeah, not just that, but I also think it'll like not look good in game. Like at all. When moving around.
Looking back through the dossiers, I only now realise that the dragons have taxonomic scientific names. Yeah, we thought they'd be interesting to do. That may change. I'm not sure. Everything's in development. Things change.
We are still in very early development, which is the best part, which means like shit can change whenever. We may be like, you know what, this shit is not working for the game, so we're just gonna completely change it, type of thing. Hold on, I'm gonna go and open up my vacuum drive real quick, because I'm tired of this little clicking thing. That should fix some stuff for me. Okay, it's way too soft now.
I wonder if it would be an interesting concept to give it a Swift-like niche such that it could pretty much only fly. Well, I mean, it's kind of the point of the Exo, is that it's only meant to be on ground occasionally. For some reason, I remember Exo being sanguivorous, like a blood feeder. Was that right, or was that its lifestyle or something else? No, that's the Exo. He sucks the blood, but he can also eat. So it's, you know. But depending on how the game progresses, that may change.
Yeah.
Again, as X said, everything's subject to change.
Yeah, it's just ideas that we are having currently. Like, it's our plan. Like, oh, it would be so cool, but then again, if it doesn't work with the game, it will be completely changed. Don't get mad about it. It's just how game development works.
Yeah, normally a lot of these things you guys wouldn't even know about, but we're being very open. So just be prepared for more changes than you may expect from other games.
Nothing is set in stone.
Other than the fact you'll be a survival game.
Yeah. With dragons and humans.
Yeah.
Sorry if the stream's quiet. I again do not have music for this shit.
By God, so unprepared. Had a day extra.
I had to go get my medicine. And I had a nap.
I
had a nap.
For 24 hours, she had a nap.
Yes.
But yeah, do you guys have any questions while Ek is making this lovely skin?
Well, let's see. What is this? No, this is this. Okay.
How's the icy progress going? Someone asked.
It's going.
But how's it actually going?
It's actually going pretty well. I did put some stuff up for Patreon for whenever that's time for that.
That'll be tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah. Then people can see some progress.
It's just that we didn't want you guys to go free to Poe. Also, I didn't want to put Ek through that because it's a very boring thing that takes a long time to do, and having people watch you do it as well is extra stress. So instead, skin stream.
Stop stomping, little man. I hear you in the back.
What is there to be worked on to be added to the alpha build? Oh boy, let me get a list out. This will be in the video,
Everything.
but
We are gonna like overhaul so much, make it actually fun and functional. Like we'll actually have a fun game. Wow, can you imagine that?
dog.
Ow, 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 ow,
Yes,
ow.
I can read out this. So we're updating 5.6 on Epic on the Unreal Engine. However, this may go up to 5.7 depending on if it's released in time. This is from our senior programmer. We're changing how dragons move, so it's a lot better. The 5 base dragons, obviously, so that'll be the Icy Crown, the Kirin, the Velad, Dustrius, which we're doing now, and then the Vitreous. We're going to overhaul the combat system for both humans and dragons. Trees will move out of the way for the dragons, but this requires some research.
It requires a lot of research. It's not promised.
Yeah. But we will make it better for dragons to move around. That is promised. Dragon customization, human customization, possibly. We're aiming to add the dragon nesting system and a horde system.
For hoarding gold, that is.
Hoarding gold.
Or whatever
Which
you now
will
want
be
to
a
hoard,
human
like a
thing.
hoard of potatoes or some shit.
Yes, that'll be Ek. With her
Yes,
horde
that
of...
is gonna be me. I'll hoard potatoes until it turns into vodka. And I'll
Does that
distribute
mean
it.
that the humans thing, instead of having wheat, it's just going to be potatoes? Potatoes. We plan on making a system called the ballista tethering system, or as Ek calls it, sky fishing. The idea behind that, because we believe it would be good for trailers, and also just because it's a very interesting system, is have humans use ballistas with harpoons. So you harpoon into a dragon while it's flying or on the ground. It's tethered to the ballista, and then you can either detach the rope from the ballista and nail it into the ground somewhere to keep the dragon in place, and then the ballista can fire either a bolt to try and kill the dragon or another harpoon to latch it down, and then humans will be able to pull on it and keep them on the floor. That's kind of the idea. The human combat system will be changing. What we're going to be doing with that is we're going to remove all the first-person stuff and replace it with third-person animations only. And then once we require more funding, either through the Kickstarter or other things that we're looking into, we will then come back and add the first-person animations to the third-person animations, so that way everything lines up as it should. Also, it helps with making better-looking trailers if everyone can see the same. And then we're looking into how humans will work. Our rough idea is that we'll have 2 castles on either side of the map, basically a red team and a blue team. And players will get to choose what team they go on, so they can choose to be with their friends and all that sort of stuff. And there will be mines, farms, lumber yards, outposts, and in the center, the abandoned ruins. And basically, the humans will be able to capture those points farm at the farms to get gold to buy better equipment at their main city, and then they can fight over these different areas, which then allows dragons to attack the humans, get gold, take it back to their stashes. Back to their horde, or hordes, depending if you're a solo player or in a group. We plan on having more solo hordes than we do group hordes, so groups have to fight over hordes. And then hordes will give bonuses to the dragons. So I believe some of them were maybe a growth bonus, or if you die, you can respawn at your horde, but you lose gold. Another way was that we know that a lot of people don't want to have to grow their dragon again because of time constraints. So one of the ideas was to have the gold be sacrificed when the dragon spawns in. So you could, for example, sacrifice 75% of your horde, but then you grow to be a juvenile rather than spawning as a baby or something along those lines. At the moment, we're still spitballing some ideas, but those are the kind of the rough ones. So that there is now a reason for dragons and humans to interact with one another. Humans can rob the nests and take the gold for themselves, which is dangerous. And then the dragons can interact with humans in that way as well. But I hope, Syndra, that answers your question. Jico asks, what is the top layer? I'm trying to learn Substance Painter, but I'm unsure on how to have details you have right now in the base color.
This here is a curvature. I just put a curvature in here, I put it on multiply, and then I just, up and down it depending on what my needs are, so I can always see what I'm doing. It's that simple, luckily. And then I actually have this open in Blender with all my textures set up, so once I have exported it, then I can test it in Blender and see how it looks on the model in a much more controlled lighting environment.
Can dragons escape the tethering, or is it pretty much game over the moment you get harpooned? No, the idea is that the dragons will be able to try and cut the ropes or destroy the ballista to get away. We're kind of, again, we're coming up with a few ideas on what would be possible. At the moment, that system would be possible, but we're looking at ways how the dragon could get away. So, off the top of my head, maybe the dragon could pull out the tether from the floor, but then he would just have a rope connected to him for a while until it falls out. That's something we'd have to look into. Maybe the dragon would enter some form of mini game where he tries to break free. We don't know yet. There's a few different options we're looking into. Have you ever considered the idea of dragons specified to take advantage of humans, like dragons that steal from guns or ones that settlements to eat humans or something? That's what I just said throughout I think. Herbivores will probably make their own hordes by stealing live, like crops from the farms. Or another idea of mine was that in real life, some animals eat stones and rocks, so that way it helps digest their food. What we could do is follow a similar thing, except the dragons would use ore, so they would go into the mines and steal like iron ore or gold ore to help digest, and then that's how they get into disputes with humans. Can you disable hordes in community servers? Probably not, because it will be a core feature now.
You can just choose not to have one.
You don't have to have one. It's just an option.
Yeah. it's literally the core feature of it. It's like, yep, you just have to. I'm sorry. I mean, if you want to take advantage of the full game, that is. Can you stop trying to hump my feet again? Okay, hold on. He just needs to get messed with. You're done, you little freak. You're done. You're done.
Oh, pardon me.
Good boy. Hello, mister. I have returned. He shall leave me alone
Hello.
for a little moment while extra now. I have also my feet up, so he cannot touch them.
How is the new Pargin?
He's gonna take a while to bond to us. He's okay though. I think he deals with it fine.
Good, good. So, what are your thoughts, everyone, on what I've just said, if you even heard it? We'd like to get some feedback on what was mentioned. Cinema. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I think it's a good way to entice humans and dragons to sort of interact with each other.
I mean, the hardest thing is to make players interact.
The red versus. I hope the red versus blue thing is something that community servers can turn off, though. No, it would be a core feature as well. Something that we've
We
been
are
talking
not
with
a sandbox. I'm sorry, guys.
something that I've been talking to our lead programmer about is what's the possibility of making it more survival based is. The problem is that Unreal is very unreliable when making survival games like this, because it takes a lot of resources to make this many players, like dragons flying around, and having humans on the map, and having AI on the map, and then having human structures as well. So if there's certain things are going to have to be sacrificed, unfortunately, unless Unreal updates them in certain ways, or if we were to change the engine. But that's probably not going to happen at all, unless we got stupid amount. So one of the things that we're probably going to have to sacrifice is having people being able to build their own structures to a degree. So we're not going to have an Arc or Rust building system anymore like it was originally planned. Unfortunately, we're going to have to come up with a new system where we either have pre-built structures that players can go to and take over, which I have brought up the fact that that wouldn't help solo players, as you know, a solo player is not going to be able to take over these large places or do what they want. So we're at the moment we're researching in what would the best way to be about for human survival, how it would work, how we're going to mess around with this. And the red versus blue system at the moment is what we're going to use so that we can get humans at least into the game, and we can test a few different scenarios out with our current player base, and we can see what can be done there,
and how people react to it, and how they play it, and basically we're gonna do a lot of like experiments with them, like guinea pigs, so we can figuring out what works and what doesn't really.
Yeah, because our goal amount of players is 100 players at the moment. And if it turns out that with everyone playing, and we max out 100 player server, if it turns out that it runs really well, then we'll slowly, incrementally increase it, and then we'll see what else we can do and what else we can afford to play with. The main thing is we get the 100 players in at a minimum. So the more players we can have, the more features we can add, and we can progress from there. Also, wouldn't that reward huge packs that, for example, communicate via Discord? Not really, if you're talking about the Horde system, because dragons will be limited to certain amounts per group, so it wouldn't really benefit them in any way. The Hordes are stored in physical spaces you have to defend. Yes, they will be scattered around the map. However, if a dragon decides that they've played for a few hours, they're done for the night, they want to log out, you can fly back to your Horde and safe log out on the Horde, and the Horde will log out with you. Or you can log out in the world and safe log out in a forest somewhere. But the Horde would then stay in the world for 10 to 15 minutes, and then it would log out with you afterwards. In those 10 to 15 minutes, human players could come along and steal gold, or another dragon could come along and claim your gold, so you'd get nothing. Once you re-log back in, if you do have your gold still, but someone has taken your Horde spot while you've been offline, you can just fly to a different Horde location, take it over, and then your gold would spawn there. However, if you die in between those, then you would lose the gold. That's kind of what we are roughly going to go with.
And it won't be like all grindy and shit. Don't worry about it. It's not like, oh fuck, I just spent like 10 hours in this Horde and then I lost it all. No, don't worry, guys. It's all fun.
Yeah. Making it so that dragons need metals and ores to function as gastroliths is pretty creative. Not something I think of as simple but effective. Yeah, I think it adds to the game. I hope horde don't interfere with the sizeful aspect of the game too much. I also think that they might favour large groups too much for my liking. Again, no, we're going to have mainly solo player or duo hordes located around the map. And larger groups are going to have to fight over the larger horde areas, so it should prevent them targeting solo players because they have no real reason to fight them.
And still, and if you're two large groups, you still get debuffs and shit, so you don't get people mixed grouping and shit, you know?
Yeah. So there's ways we're thinking to get around it. So yeah, are humans the only way dragons can access to metal ores, or will there be mineral outcrops that dragons can pick off of? There will be, as mentioned, ore nodes, and there will be mine shafts which offer the best gold. But the mine shafts will typically, obviously, be inhabited by humans. So it's like, do you want to risk pissing off a group of humans, or do you want to have the tediousy of looking for ore nodes? So there's that. Personally, I like the idea of the bigger dragons keeping to themselves, not out of malice. Just that it's hard to feed more than one Vulcan or Ice Crown. Yes, so I believe Icy Crowns and Vulcans, for example, are limited to 5 per group. So it'll be like 2 adults and then 3 babies if that was to happen that way. Metalocky says down with mixed packers. Yeah. In our game, dragons are animals. They're not magical.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a survival game, and we will still lean heavily on survival. We're just giving you a goal to use, so you have reasons to interact and actually be active, and not just sit and be AFK simulator, is basically it.
Yeah. Like, it's okay to have moments of quiet, but you want stuff to be able to do. What were the primary uses of gold for humans and dragons? So for dragons, we're sort of looking at maybe growth boosts in speed as a respawn system. So you'd sacrifice some gold, but you'd be able to spawn there. Also, maybe like if you die and you wanted to speed up your growth, then you could do it. Like you could sacrifice some gold, and grow to a certain size.
So you can defend your horde faster and more easy, and you don't have to spend an hour to grow. Yep. Yeah.
Another idea was that, okay, I had to very much clarify that this is just an idea at this point, but one of the ideas was if you maxed out the horde, then maybe you could sacrifice it and we could sort out some sort of elder system for the dragons, which could be a very interesting idea, but then we'd come into the problem of who would be the elder. I guess it would be the team leader of the group, and we would have to be like, okay, how does that affect the balance and the players? How would it work? Would the dragon just be larger? Would it be visually different, which is obviously what most people would want, and what I would personally want? Make stuff more sort of bulky and sharper edged and stuff. But there's, we're sort of still looking into it. We also want to allow dragons to sort of build up their horde in certain ways and be like, oh, okay, I need to defend so I'm going to put a log there, and then allow for some sort of system for dragons to collect stuff. I do have a question. Would it be possible for either... Oh, sorry, I didn't... The human part of that. So for humans, gold will be used for weapons and armor, and will be used as a trading currency amongst the players, and then also maybe a little research thing. But it could also be used to help your team, like upgrade certain things, like maybe the walls of a mine, or adding defenses and that sort of stuff. I do have a question. Wouldn't it be possible for either dragons or humans to knock down trees, like humans knocking them down for buildings, or dragons to get nesting materials?
We will see. It's very expensive to do, and we need a miracle to be able to pull it off correctly.
Mm-hmm. So for now, we'd like to say it's planned, but
We don't know
we
if
would need to see how
if it even
it
is
works.
doable. We don't even know if we can do it.
Yeah. Well, we can knock down the trees. That's fine. It's just that we need to see how we. The problem is that we need to account for player trolling, and players will, at some point go, "Let's cut down all the trees," or "Let's push down all the trees as a dragon or a human," and then that causes problems. So we'll have to figure it out.
That
Also,
reminds me
how
of
will
like
some of
back
the
in the
aquatic-
Isle days when, you could be a Puetasaurus, like the huge ass long neck, and it ate trees, and then me and a group would walk around and then like deforest the entire map.
Mm.
That was what
Or
we
like, as an example, in the most recent Rust update, they added jungles, and the jungles are really cool. They're stunning looking. However, a content creator joined a server, and he got his entire Zerg, and they cut down the entire jungle. So it's very, we have to out there. So how will some of the aquatic dragons get gems and hordes? Aren't they based on swimming and movement? So that's something we will have to look into. But with aquatic dragons, we won't add them unless we're adding boats and ships for humans. So it's something to worry about in future. But just off the top of my head, they'd still be able to make the hordes and stuff. It will just be in underwater caves and just in different places that make it safer. So it just depends on the species of dragon, really. And in terms of getting gems and stuff, humans will be able to not deep sea, but they'll be able to drop diving bells, which they can use to get resources from ruined ships or maybe underwater monuments, and then they'll just sort of go along the same regions. And we'd probably make deep sea ore mining super valuable compared to mining on land, because obviously the risk is a lot higher. I heard elsewhere that models with nanite cannot be animated. Is that true?
Not true. Yeah, there's skeletal nanite. It exists. It's very good. It just does not work with morph targets. So you can definitely have a nanite tree and then put a skeletal mesh on it and then animate it falling down and be completely fine. We just don't use it on our dragons because, as said, morph targets, and we need the morph targets for customization. And growth, for that matter. Clack, are you alive?
I am alive. Why?
Okay, just checking. Also, I'm sorry if there's a lot of droning background noise. It's the fan because I'm getting cooked alive.
Oh, can you not hear my fan?
No.
Oh, great.
But I mean, you don't hear my fan either. But it's like
it's because Discord's got really good.
The stream will because of it doesn't have the noise cancelling.
Yeah, Discord's got good noise cancelling.
Yeah. Yeah, there will be diving bells for humans.
Yes. I did mention Sundrake diving bells. I'm not sure if you were listening when I said that, but the idea
Sundrake
is
needs better ears.
Bigger ears.
Bigger ears.
Bigger. But yes, diving bells will be a thing. The idea is we want ships to be modular, so you can just build the ships how you want. So one of the options would be like a diving bell off the side. So you could have a ship that's dedicated to scavenging from ships you've just destroyed, or mining, or...
Why does this look like a little Among Us?
Stuff. Where? Oh no, Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us. But yeah, some of the ideas were diving bells. One of them was we were thinking about like how would you make a scuba diving set out of like knight's armor? So stuff like that. Some of the ideas. Maybe have a player like have a pipe on the ship that blows air through the pipe into like this diving suit so that humans can like walk around the bottom, but they'll have minimal vision. The dragons will just see like a light and a cable, which would be quite fun. Are some halls going to be dragon size limited, like not only small and only large dragons? Yes. So some will be in smaller locations, so large locations, but some will also be for solo players and some will be for groups. There'll be more solo and sort of duo locations than there will be large groups, because we want groups to fight for those halls.
Yeah, but we don't want them to go out for the solos. I know, like, we don't want to like make get people, like in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Solo players usually don't want to like try and fight a group of something, so. You try and touch my feet, I'll make you into chicken nuggets.
Stormfire Art says, "Hi chat, gonna pop in to say hi. Been a while since a stream. It looks beautiful, by the way." Heck, show me that head.
My head is saving, hold on. Here's the head. The head.
Gib. It's looking pretty, as the kids would say, sick. Yeah, I used to say what the kids say as a joke, and then I realized how old I am, and now I'm saying it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the kids say anymore. What do the kids say nowadays?
It's gonna be a whole nightmare of itself. Ooh.
I wish I had a saving head button, to be honest. I wish I had a head button as well.
Shut the fuck up. Don't give Clack shit to talk about like that, man. That should be illegal.
What will the final map look like? Roughly a large continent ones. So the idea, the lore of our game is that Ilaria is a continent. So each map on the continent is like a small part of it. So there'll be like, the current one is like pine forests and that sort of stuff. Whereas the next map's probably going to be desert, and then the next one's like primarily a winter one and that sort of thing. We'd love to do what June Awakening does, or what other games do. Ark Cyber Evolved, or Atlas is a brilliant example, where you move from one side, where if you went to the edge of the map and then progressed past it, then you'd move into the next server, which would be a different map. We'd love to do that. but at the moment it's just going to be map. Map is by itself. I imagine kingdoms will have to pay top coin for dragon hunting, which also draws in dragons who want to work less finding gems. Why dig for some when you can raid a town and steal? Yeah, exactly. So it brings a reason, and then you'd have people that hunt dragons, and we want to add a dragon hunting sort of feature with the ballistas and quote unquote sky fishing.
Sky fishing is a great name. Shut up.
What? If you get one on the ground, is it just ground fishing?
Oh, that's just. I don't know. What's the word for ground fishing?
Will the horde spots be hard to find in evenly spaced to encourage exploration? That's something we're sort of discussing with our map guy at the moment. So we were thinking.
I want to make a few hordes that are neighbors, just to create chaos.
A few single-player hordes, just like in little caves. Dragon riding, no, that won't be in the alpha. Which, with the system egg, I just realised, how will nomads work?
I guess you would have to spawn instead of trying to do all of that. We have to simplify it, Clack. That's what we have to do.
Yeah, worth looking into it. I guess we could make a third faction. Well, I already have. Well, we want to eventually get rid of the blue team, red team players to go claim these spots on their own. So I guess we can sort that out. Anyway, sky fishing and getting the dragon on the ground will be the equivalent of reeling the fish out. Yeah. Yeah, but not all dragons are flying around.
Wait, if you do it on the ground, is that just fish wrestling then? Wrestling the fish?
I believe the term is noodling. Have
Okay.
you ever heard of the term noodling?
No.
Basically, big catfish make burrows into riverbeds and stuff.
Yeah.
And you put your hand into the hole and wiggle your fingers, and then the catfish will grab at you, and then you have to try and put your fist through the gills. And
right,
then
yeah, and then you
out.
can just like get it up from there.
Yeah, but the catfish are normally like the size of the person, so noodling. I'm not sure where we are with the size of the map currently. I know that it may be coming close to its like full size, but obviously it's not fully developed. Bubba,
Mama.
Rick, pizza,
Mama.
pizza. What a Hawaii pizza! You disgust me.
Oh, I fucking love Hawaii pizza.
Do you want to choose the 4 toppings, or do you just want a Hawaii pizza? Quiet. Do you want ham or do you want pepperoni? You want ham. So just a regular, shitty, disgusting Hawaii pizza. Ugh, disgusting.
You know what? I would make it curse. Give me double pineapple.
No.
Yeah,
Give me
I hear double
one
pineapple do it.
some ham and one of pepperoni. On both.
So Vilma has asked Shangad, the other lead developer, as I don't care. Pineapple. She wants double pineapple. Then she wants ham, and then she wants pepperoni as well. pineapple on pizza is not great, Nika. You're fired. Will servers reset? If so, how long will they last? What progress will have to be restarted if the server ends? Sorry for the multiple question. That's fine. So we plan on doing monthly updates, ideally. So the servers at most will last from month to month, and then they will be fully wiped. All progress, all skins, all resources gathered, everything's gone, because these updates will require it. In the future, we would like to extending that, but for now it will be monthly. Servers will have the option to make it as long or as short as they want, as long as it. So, for example, games like Rust, you have weekly and bi-weekly, and then monthly. So it's once. Some servers do wipes every week, every 2 weeks, or every month. And there are some servers that do like every 3 for those people that like the early game, as an example.
Wait, what? There's white on here? Oh wait, no, it's the standard white. Okay, I'm just done. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Can only gold be used to respawn for dragons, or can other resources like precious potatoes be sacrificed? It's just whatever's in the horde will be sacrificed. It's not limited to the gold. It would be just whatever's in your horde will be sacrificed.
Whatever you have chosen to hoard, yes.
Yeah. So in next case, potatoes.
Okay. Damn, you're giving me a lot this time. Cheers, Bobby.
Take a half
Cheers,
sip.
Paul. Oh, fuck. Oh.
Did you inhale spam?
No. Oh, that
Did you
gives
take a shot of
goosebumps.
work juice?
Yeah. A shot of work juice. Ooh. Oh. Damn! Oh, that's good shit. Oh. Oh, that hits the nose. Wow.
How much to drink the shot through your nose?
No, never.
Heck, 1,000 pounds.
Nope,
No.
won't even do it. The amount of pain and the nosebleed I'll get? No.
And then take a shot of the nosebleed. No.
Listen, my nosebleed has been dripping into my fucking food, and I eat the food anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, it's your blood.
Yeah. Oh, it's not good. It's not good that it's outside of my my system, so I better put it back inside, you know. Ooh, food. Excuse me, guys. I'm having food. Eating chicken, and yet no B12. What is this? Why has the world cursed me with vegan? Why?
Have you? Can you hoard Williams? No. You could hoard Ed. Like, no, you couldn't. No.
Fuck. We should make that an event.
Hoard a William.
Yeah, but like, you have like a big cave of Williams that's just spewing out Williams because it's like the flight of the fucking Williams or some shit.
Oh,
You
like
have to collect
ants.
as many as you have. Yeah, like ants, and you just have to collect as many as you can.
Well, would that not just be Easter? An Easter egg event, but it's Williams instead of the eggs.
Instead of gold, it's Williams.
I mean, playable Williams makes more sense now that we have the horde system.
And Williams also makes a lot more sense now because they live like in tunnels and shit, so they can actually like occupy humans like minds, and even like occupy it and just like be in the way for dragons as well. So you have to like go through them.
Let's go through the horde to get to the gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the queen sits on like the ore node.
Yep. Just screaming at you, pointing.
I have an important question. Can I use catapults to toss warrior Williams over walls to eat people who annoy me? I mean, I don't see why not in the future.
Keep it as an Easter egg.
Well, I mean, most games allow people to be put in catapults and thrown, so...
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Shadtherius says, I want to see a player William army just scaring the living shit out of some human players at night, like traveling through a forest at night and you see hundreds of glowing eyes staring back at you. Yes.
And all they do is squeak.
It's just, except the warrior ones who just sound feral. We'll make them sound like elk.
Like a raccoon, raccoon with rabies. Right, Bobby?
I went through my entire Steam inventory earlier today, and I sold like almost everything, like several pages from like my PUBG days, and they were all worth like 1p, and I have now, so far, I have made £1.26 with 98p pending. Getting that bread. Making so much money.
It's all developer money, I'm sorry. Cough it up.
What? No.
Yeah.
I
developer
sold,
money. Come on.
I sold a really popular skin that I wish I kind of didn't now. It was, they were called blackout skins, and it was basically sort of black coloured skins. And they sold at the time for like £10 each. And now they're like 20 quid per one, and I'm like, oh, I could have made like I mean, I did make like £100 off selling those skins, but now I could have made like 200, which is annoying. I bought a lot of games with that. I believe I bought, I actually bought Baldur's Gate on that money.
Oh, okay.
So that was worth it. Yeah, catapult with ragdoll physics is kind of the idea. Smaller dragons could not be fired in catapults. Smaller dragons are like the size of horses. So...
Somebody just catapulting a fucking Tyrion over the wall.
Yeah. Rabid Williams. I think if we added an illness system and like animals could get rabies, I would totally be for like infecting a bunch of Williams with rabies, pushing them to your enemy's castle. I think that would be amazing. They just run around biting things. If this warrior William doesn't get them, I'll just catapult my anvils over it. Some Looney Tunes BS gets them. I don't think you'd be able to fire an anvil. Anvils are surprisingly heavy. They are, well, not surprisingly, they're made of metal.
Yeah, the only Looney Tunes shit that's gonna happen is like it just falls like a rock in front of it.
Yeah.
Hello, mister. Hello, mister. Mr. Baby Boy. Let me eat my kebab in peace, please. How
many meters tall is the Vulcan gonna be? I don't know in meters, but it's probably going to be like the height of a giraffe. It's probably a good comparison. In terms of its head, not its like body. What's been each of your favorite dragon to work on / develop? I think in terms of development, I would say
You
the
haven't wiped on
prawn-
anything, you asshole.
What do you mean? I've helped with like each design. Shut your face. I've enjoyed the Prawn Reaper specifically, but in terms of
The Pawn Reaper.
currently, the Prawn Reaper.
The
And
Pawn
get your
Reaper.
sick thoughts out of your head. In terms of designs that we've currently done, I'd probably say the new Icy. That's been quite fun. It's because X learned more.
It's because I have big brain now.
It used to be tiny little brain, but it used to be acorn brain, but now it's like peach brain.
Yeah, it's even fussy a little bit. Wait, I think that's mold.
It could
Moldy
be.
brain.
Moldy brain.
My brain has mold.
Ek is becoming Last of Us zombie.
Ah, that makes sense why I'm so tired.
Mm.
The zombies are just lacking B12.
Earlier, you said you're reworking the dragon movement. Is it only for flying or ground movement too?
Both.
Primarily ground movement, but the flight is being reworked. So it's fundamentally staying the same because everyone loved the flying, but we're adding more elements to it. So, for example, wind will have an effect on flying. You'll be able to do barrel rolls. Aerial
Pitching and
combat is going to
tilting.
change. Yeah.
Gotta be able to do some loops, that's really cool and shit, you know?
Basically, go and play War Thunder, and that's the idea for our dragons. Ground movement has been completely overhauled, and we're going to be using a new system, so that way you don't get stuck on stuff, and the dragons move like they should, and everything looks nice. Oh, and vaulting. Dragon vaulting. That would be interesting to do. So dragons won't just have to. You won't have to jump by pressing space, and then your character jumps like a normal human would. Instead, you go up to an object, you hold space, and then vault over the object in the way.
Yep.
Or up, depending on what you're doing. Now, I have a question. Will the Kickstarter also get a demo release? And if you're able to say, will there be another Dragon Kickstarter? Sundrake, the alpha will be released with the Kickstarter, so it will be the 5 dragons is the goal, along with everything that we've mentioned in this stream.
Yeah, and the people who buy now gets access to, like, pre?
Yeah, they'll get the pre-alpha, which will... We're gonna send out keys once we have more, and once we need testers, basically, we'll send it out.
Once it works.
Yeah, once it works, and once our senior programmer has fixed a bunch of shit. Will we be able to crash into other dragons mid-flight? Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, you still can. I mean, you could.
No, you can't. The demo's down.
Yeah, I know. That's
But
what
you
I said. You could.
Yeah.
Which was very annoying.
Don't
But very
fart.
fun. Like, I'm just chilling,
X-farted.
and then somebody comes and fucking rams me in the bum, and then I just fall. It's just, ugh.
I feel like if someone does that, they'd fall out of the sky. You wouldn't fall out of the sky.
Maybe both should fall out.
I think it depends on the speed of the person that's doing the ramming.
Mach
If you're doing it from-
5, just whoomp.
Yes, then in that case, they'd also die.
It's just like a blood explosion.
Just red mist. Like that video of the guy hitting the guy in the wingsuit that hits the rock when he's trying to go through it.
Huh?
Very much red mist. What?
Which one?
There's
What
a
the fuck
video
are you
of two.
watching?
There's a video of two squirrel suit guys. You know, the flying
Live
suits.
league shit, I guess.
I think so. And the guy in front, they're aiming for this really famous arch, where it's like a stone arch and they fly through it. And the guy in front of him hits the fucking wall, and the guy behind him goes through the hole, and it's just like a red mist he goes through. And then he screams. I don't remember where the video is, but it's a thing somewhere on the internet.
The fuck? Wait, do we have like more than 30 people watching right now? I was about to say eating because I'm eating.
32. Yeah, 32 people.
Well.
Will we be able to crash into the other? Yeah, body will just aerosolize. Also, is there going to ever be an air grabbing? I'd love to have House of the Dragon fights. We have spoken about it.
We may be able to do it.
Yeah.
May. We won't say much about it, but
we'd like to. And we have spoken about it, and we do have plans. But if those plans come to fruition, that'll be decided in the future.
Then we also only want to show it off when shit actually works. So yeah.
Are we finishing on normal at normal time, or are we going over there?
We finish normal time because I don't have that much energy. Plus, I need my pills after, and then I need to.
You need my drugs.
I need my drugs. I need to take like 6 pills a day.
Jesus.
I need to take 2 of them. Wait, I have 2 types of them. One of them I need to take 2 of twice a day, and then one of them I have to take 1 of twice a day.
Oh. Vilma, what milkshake? Banana, strawberry, chocolate, or vanilla?
Strawberry.
You sure have vanilla today.
Vanilla.
Please.
I love McDonald's strawberry milkshake.
I like their chocolate, but I haven't had that.
The
in
chocolate
ages.
here is just like it doesn't taste very chocolatey. But the strawberry is actually kind of bitter, like bitter strawberries. The vanilla is okay too.
Hello, nerds.
I was about to say something very inappropriate, but then remember this is a stream.
X, send it to me what you were going to say. And I'll repeat it, depending on what it is.
No! No.
No, just send.
No, I don't even have a pass for that word. It almost flew out of my mouth for some reason.
Just write what you're going to say.
No, you know what it is. The
I'm
one
not
word I
gonna
cannot
say
pronounce. Yeah.
How does for creature AI, how does creating it work? Is it made from scratch, or are those some you can buy, like you would plug in? What do you mean, Oracle? Sorry, do you mean like how the models are made, or like the process, or? I'm a bit confused by that question.
The coding itself. No, they're talking about the AI. The AI code behavior.
One moment.
So, calm your testicles. For a second, oh man. Calm your testes.
Never tell a man to calm their testes. That's very rude.
Honestly, it was so funny because last night Spap was so fucking tired. Like, he didn't really respond to much. But he did respond to courting.
Of course, every man does.
So, like, the whole thing was just like everything on his brain was shut down except for his testicles.
Mm-hmm.
They were very much functioning.
Yes, we as a man, we always make time for that.
Like, he just didn't even eat anything. Like, he was like in a trance, and as soon as I did like the little nod with my hand, he was like, oh, okay, I'm turned on now.
I mean, again, that's same for men.
Not really, not all men. Mine's different.
Yours
Mine's
is sad.
weird.
Anyway, you can see the AI creatures on the Trello for the coding itself. I'm not a coder, so I can't tell you how it works, and neither is Ek. It just happens, and magic makes it work. Since the Dustrius has hands, I imagine it can pick up predators dumb enough to try and attack it and smash it into the ground when it doesn't want to rocket punch them. Ek, do you have access to the massive shields on its hand?
Yeah, I do. Hold on, I'll just enable them really quick. No shield. Shield. Yeah. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. But yeah, big ass shields.
So those are the kind of what it has. So while it can use its hands, those shields will get in the way.
You know what we need to do, Clark?
Hmm?
We need to start having our game times again.
Our game times? Oh, yes, we do. We need to start doing them on Saturdays or during the week.
Yep.
But we need to find a game to play. Unless we're good with the zombie game.
Yeah, I think the
bonus
zombie game is
game.
gonna have an update, you know, with and then we can pimp out the fucking vehicles.
Yeah,
I honestly think that's
Pimp.
gonna be pretty fun.
yeah. We should start again
Hmm.
when they add that. Because I feel like we chose the place we chose is too big. Although I like not having to worry about anything getting in. I liked funneling them in that one spot.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a pretty decent game. I'm actually
you
quite
know,
surprised about how, you know, like
How good? Yeah. How decent. We should play Daisy.
Yeah, like why we have so much fun in it. That is like, even though it's like very bare bones still, it's just like it's still fun.
It's refreshing. You know what we should play though? We should try out. There was a game that we were meant to play when it came out, but we completely forgot about it. And I'm trying to find it in my list. Me and Shad got given it.
Huh?
What's it called? Path of Exile 2.
Right, yeah.
We should try that out.
Mm.
It's like out now, isn't it?
I think so. Oh.
Yes. Oh yes. Yeah, it came out on the 6th of December. It's only £23.
Oh.
Could give it a go. Me and Vilma found that the only class that was fun was the summoner class, so we can all be summoners.
Okay.
Army of skeletons.
Again, oh my god, throw back to like the fucking, what's it called, like the Baldur's
Our
Gate.
current campaign.
Yeah, it's just summoning shit.
Nothing can beat the army of just chod. Although, the game is 90 gigabytes.
I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 is much bigger.
That's true.
90
But I
gigabytes
only
is like nothing today.
Oh, but I'm
standard.
buying June tomorrow.
You buying it?
I'm gonna play it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, tell me if it's anything.
Yeah, because they had 125,000 players that bought the deluxe and previous edition, so they got in early.
Mm.
So they found a bunch of bugs and they've already fixed them. So if you buy now, you don't have to worry about the bugs. It's already very positive, so that's a good sign. 88% positive. So yeah, I quite enjoyed when we played the demo of it. Sorry, the early access thing when it came out. So...
Yeah, I just didn't like the UI layout, especially for building base.
Yeah, I mean,
It
I think
fucking
I'm not sure if
sucked
they updated
ass,
it.
like major ass in that thing.
Yeah. Let's see if they've done anything with the UI. Oh, guys, by the way, apologies. We will be ending soon, so please ask questions and I will answer them as they pop up. We will, as soon as the stream hits 10 minutes, we probably will be ending straight away. So please get your questions in now and I'll answer you.
Yeah, because I can only last like 2 hours before I die. No funny comment, Clack.
I wasn't even thinking it.
Now you are.
I'm going to be honest, I wasn't paying attention because I was reading the comments of June.
Good.
I'm going to go back in the stream and listen to it.
No, I just said like I cannot last more than 2 hours for a stream.
Oh. Huh.
Stop it. You're very loud. I can hear your thoughts from here.
Come.
Do you think we could get that zombie game to collab with us?
I don't know how would that work? I mean, we're in the same. We have the same publisher, so I guess.
Yeah, I
it could,
know.
but I don't know how that would work.
Me neither. It's just like a random thought.
I mean, I don't think there's anything our games have in common.
No, exactly. That just reminds me of like the most fucked up like collabs that has nothing to do, like nothing in common, and yet they're there. Like, you know,
Yeah, then
what
again,
was it like?
like,
What's that fighting
should-
game? With an alien in it and the Predator.
Chivalry did a crossover with Rocket League, which was weird.
Mortal Kombat has like so many things in there that has nothing to do with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but they can kind of squish them in, like the Alien versus Predator thing. That's kind of in the title.
Yeah, but none
then
of the
they
games
added-
are like that, and none of the other things.
Yeah, but that was more. They were doing a crossover with the franchise, not the not an individual game, right? Whereas if we were doing it, it would be our game and their game, but our game and their game have nothing in common. Maybe they could add a William
As a
or
dog.
something as a dog skin.
It's getting
We
there,
could add a
Clark.
zombie,
Ugh.
but slowly. It's looking good there. Heck, they released a sneak peek a few days ago about a hacking device that you use to hack into advanced locks and high-tier loot locations.
Which one? Game?
Humanity.
Ah, right. Oh, so they are. I mean, at least they're doing a lot of fun stuff to come.
Yeah. Right, guys. Any questions? It's coming close to the end of the stream. Heck, they've been messing around with a new camera tilt setting.
Oh my
To feel
god, more
more
tilting.
immersive.
Finally, the camera. When do we get more emotes? When do they do modding? You know for sure I'm gonna mod in a fucking video.
I think modding's already a thing. New zombie animations, sounds, attacks, more blood, new fixed camera system, and more coming soon.
Oh. New animations.
Free moving melee. You don't have to stand still.
Oh.
Nice. Obviously the new cars come in. New farming plots. Oh no,
Oh, more
those
farming.
are already in. Those are already in.
Oh shit.
I think you had them. You just didn't get around to doing anything with them.
No, it's because I need a shovel for them. We never found a fucking shovel. I went to every location in the fucking wiki yet. That's not like it had a shovel location. No shovel.
Yeah, it's funny that before we were doing anything, we found a shovel. And
Yeah.
we were just like, nah.
I have never seen a shovel since. I wish I could
1
craft
minute.
one too, but I can't because I'm missing the
I
fucking
feel like
technology.
a shovel would be super easy to make.
Yeah, but I don't
Like,
have
you
the
just get a-
technology, and it just sucks.
get a-
Like I'm shovel-less. No
You
maidens.
get no maidens, shovel-less. You just get a handle and any bit of flat thing.
Could use a fucking roadkill for it that's stiffened out in the sun.
You could just use a road sign.
Literally, just could. Just make it out of a car door.
You could use a plank of wood. I mean, it's what my dad did at one point when it was snowing heavily and we didn't have a shovel. It's just like a bit of wood strapped onto a broom handle. It worked great. That skin looks great. Will specific skins be locked to specific dragons, or can you mix and match? No, so each skin is designed for the dragon. It doesn't that way. So this skin will be a customizable skin, apparently. By the way, Ek.
Okay, that's a good thing I have all my layers.
Yeah. What's the next dragon we plan to release? The new Icy Crown will be the next one.
Yeah, because that's going to be the base for all the new movement.
Yeah. After that, it's either going to be this one or it's going to be the Dustrius, and that's just going to depend on the other animator that we have and if they are available.
Ito guys.
What the fuck was that clack?
I clicked on a video on Facebook. How's the? We're not working on any other dragon other than the 5 that will be in this game. The Vulcan will. Other than the. We're working on the 5 that will go into the alpha. We're no longer working on things that we will not be adding for a while because it's just a waste of money and resources. The Vulcan will be added probably in the beta after the 5 initial dragons have been added. So we're not even working on that anymore. Also, the Indiegogo is still up after the campaign. Can people buy their tiers, and if so, for how long? Probably a month or 2 longer. But then we'll close it again. I think what we said is if it's making less than £1,000 a month, we're just going to close it. But we may keep it open until the next big test, and then people will do a video on it, and people can be like, "Oh, okay, I'll support this," and we'll go from there. So just imagine it'll be down in a month. But we'll announce when it's officially going down. We'll give like a week's notice. All right, so I think that's the 2 hours, Ek. You can let
Yeah.
your hand rest.
Finally, because my thumb is actually starting to hurt quite a bit. Holding this godforsaken pen.
God damn.
mean, we got it to this point at least.
Ek, if you can take screenshots of that for the Patreon foods.
Yeah, sure. My hand fucking works.
But yeah, thanks guys for watching. We'll be back on Sunday, hopefully, or failing that, later on.
Yeah, hold on. I have to go to the goddamn stream before I can edit it. Hold on. I found it.
Door.
Yeah. Okay, now we're ready to go.
Go downstairs. We're eating downstairs.
Wow, what timing? The food's arrived as we're ending the stream.
Yeah. Okay, then we will see you all like next Sunday. I hope. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably continue this, I think, unless you
Yeah.
finish
I
the
mean,
item, then
Mondays
we'll
are
do it.
okay for me. Fine for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Next
Thank
week.
you, everyone. Oh boy.